Yeah, what's up with it, y'all? This your nigga Breon. Just sitting here chilling out for real. Um, Not too much going on. Just just waking up for real. I had decided I was gonna do a video talking about FTM relationships. Because I don't know, it's just something about the idea of FTM dating. Um, like I see where a lot of FTMs have a problem or issue coming out to their partner or whoever they're dating about being FTM. The reason I say that is because, like, recently I had an experience where I was, like, pretty much talking to this chick or whatever. And it was all good, but it was like, uh, I don't know, we met on some humbug shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some real the shit we should have never even met, honestly. But we did, and pretty much, she said, "What's your name?" Whatever. I said, "My name's Brianna." You know what I mean? You know, we exchanged a little bit of personal information about ourselves. I kind of I didn't disclose everything about me. You know what I mean? Like the fact that um, I wasn't born male or whatever. Like, I mean, I felt like it was something that I didn't really need to discuss with her. Like, simple fact, I don't plan on taking it seriously. I don't plan on her being my girl. So that just goes to say that if you are FTM and you're just dating and you're just exploring your options, I mean, it's on you whether you want to come out and tell the girl that you are FTM, even if you don't have an intention of being with her, because honesty is very important in any type of relationship, even friendship. Now, I don't feel like that's a first date discussion, but yeah, you know what I mean? I feel you do need to, let it be known that, whatever, you're not really biologically male. Now, um, Now this girl that I was fucking with, not necessarily fucking with, we didn't have sex or nothing, but I mean we was just talking on the phone and shit. And you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, my voice, of course, obviously it's not that deep, but I mean, whatever, I can pass, I guess, a little bit. But it's like, at certain points, it's like, I know I sound like a female, you know, just certain things I say, and just certain expressions, you know what I mean? It's just a mannerism. I carry myself like a man, but you know what I mean? It's just still, you can't run from the fact that you're not completely born with testosterone in you. So, whatever. About she checked out a couple of my videos on YouTube or whatever, cause I wanted to see what she looked like. You know what I mean? I couldn't send no pictures of shit on my phone, so I'm like, all right, well, just hit me up on YouTube, whatever. Check me out. You can see what I look like on there. So she automatically clicks to a video where I'm singing. Now, when I sing, I already know my voice. It does not sound like no man. I just know, like, but maybe that's just that naivety, she's naive, she's young, and she's inexperienced, really, when it comes to all that, and I don't know what type of bringing up she's been around, where she hasn't completely been exposed to the idea of an aggressive stud or the idea of a FTM or a trans man. So it's like whenever you're in a different environment where, you know what I mean, you haven't really been exposed to that, then yeah, you're just gonna accept anything that you might see on the surface if it looks if it looks like a fucking duck and it sounds like a duck and it acts like a duck, then it's a duck in your opinion, because that's just what our natural mind is telling us to think. Now, if we would investigate a little further and try to do a little bit more digging up and ask a little more questions, then it's like you'll know. Like, and that's why I don't completely, okay, I might give, a little hints, like, yeah, so have you ever dated a girl or whatever? Like, just to see if that's even in her mind state, you know what I mean? Because if it's not, then there's no way you're going to even be able to get into her mind to let her know exactly what you are and how you carry yourself and what you like to be identified with. And it's just it's crazy. It's crazy for real, because I see where a lot of people struggle at with that, because it's like you don't know how to for real come out and tell somebody, okay, I'm not I'm not a man. I was born a female. I mean, that's just something that, even if you don't know the person that well, you don't want to see you don't want to hear the response or the negative bullshit that comes along with opening up and actually feeling comfortable to tell somebody that. It's like you you just really have to be comfortable with this person. Um, so it's like I don't know. I'm just like it's just something. It's something with that. It's like honesty is the key. Communication is the key. But how exactly do you find the right words to, say to this person that you want to be with? It's different if you just trying to, smash real quick, I'm smash, I'm out, you know what I mean? She'll never know. She ain't gonna never even hear from me again, but it's different if you find this one person, and you're like, damn, I kind of want to be with her, you know what I mean? I'm digging her, whatever. How can I really let her know that this is me? Uh, that there's no going back, that the transition is in progress, and what you see is not a stud, and that's just like, I don't know, that's another thing. People get that confused, and I still get labeled as a stud for real. But it's like, I'm not a stud though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just because I dress like this, dress like a nigga, whatever, whatever. Some studs do, but it's just the principle that studs are comfortable with their female body. Studs don't have any issues with that. They're satisfied. They're content with being a female, you know? And FTMs they struggle with the idea every day of having these body parts and pretty much cannot deal with it and cannot live with it, and it's a constant depression. And it's like, I don't know, I want somebody to be able to understand that FTMs and studs are different, you know what I mean? People need to understand and do research before you like jump to conclusions and shit and try to label everybody as this just because of what they're dressed as. Just because I see a femme dressed as a femme necessarily doesn't mean she's a femme, because the next day I might see her dressed as a stud and I'm like, what the fuck? That's confusing as hell, for real. But I mean, that's just some people's way of life, you know what I mean? They want to be STEM, so I'm not going to judge nobody if they want to be both femme and man, masculine, feminine and masculine. I mean, who am I to judge them? Because I don't want nobody to judge me based on uh, the fact that I decided to transition, and I don't want nobody to judge me just because I'm not comfortable with my female body. Like, that just goes to show, like, when I be talking to some girls, getting their opinions on like how they act with their girlfriends or their boyfriends, whatever. Like, so like when you with your boy, like, I mean, do they like being touched? You know what I mean? That's how you know if you're dealing with a stud or a FTM or not too, because I mean, even when I tried to consider myself a stud, and I'm not gonna say I don't really accept the label. I mean, because that's just what some people see me as right now, as a stud, whatever. But even if I don't accept the label, I just still have to try to understand everybody's point of view, you know. And some people's not gonna accept you wanting to be a man.